Hi, good evening from London, England. I do apologise for no afternoon video. I've had a little bit to do. I've had some stuff to do, especially around the house and outside as well. But better late than never, you know. It's better than having one video done today. At least I'm doing a second one. And I'm bringing you some interesting content. So ladies, to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, are you ready? Have you been waiting? Yes, you have been. No lies. Anyway, I've got, oops, flaming now. Yes, I've got a couple of football contents to get through. And I've been listening to Boris Johnson as well. So I got a little bit distracted because the news is by the 8th of March, schools will be reopening up and down the country. That's all schools. By the 12th of April, bars, pubs and restaurants will reopen gradually. And the biggest one for me is spectators will be allowed in sporting venues, outdoors and indoor sporting activities by the 17th of May. So I'm going to read here by the head title written in yellow. 10,000 fans could return to stadiums by May. That's not just football stadiums, all sporting venues as well. So that's terrific news for me. Terrific news for most of you up and down the country, Europe. Well, just up and down this country. I don't know about the restriction laws up and down the world. But I can tell you, if you're watching from Hong Kong, if you're watching from Sudan, shout out to you Sudanese. First time I've called you out. If you're watching from Australia, if you're watching from Bahamas, or you're watching from Montenegro, are you watching from Israel? Are you watching from Sweden? Are you watching from Poland? Are you watching from Argentina? Are you watching from Venezuela? Are you watching from Honduras? Are you watching from Costa Rica? Are you watching from Panama? Shout out to you Panamans. First time I've shouted you out. Are you watching from the United States of America? Troops, if you're watching, shout out to you and shout out to you, all Americans in the USA. Shouting out to Cape Verde, big time I've shouted you out, yeah. Shout out to Yemen, shout out to you Yemenis guys, and shout out to the Germans, yeah. Shouting out Germany here, and the Germans. First time you may be watching, some of you have watched before. Some of you may know who I am by now. If you don't, let me reintroduce myself. This is your host, your guy himself, DLG Reppin. Have I got a card here? No? Never mind. Ah. Here it is. But pocket here. Here I am. Here's my card. Bit scrunched up. You can see it here. DLG Reppin, yeah. This, I aim to produce this these cards door to door through your letterboxes all over the world. So you know who I am. So let's kick off by reading the head title. 10,000 fans could return to stadiums by May, written in yellow headline title. So that's, again, wonderful news. That's going to cheer us up a bit, but it's in stages, so I wouldn't get over excited, to put it mildly. Up to 10,000 fans could be back in stadiums by mid-May as part of the government's plans to move England out of lockdown. Well, it's been a while, but the only nation I can think of that are out of lockdown and in normality is New Zealand. Anyway, reading on. My days, what have I done? Excuse me. Prime Minister Boris Johnson has announced a 4-part plan to lift the coronavirus lockdown. Outdoor sports, including football, golf and tennis, will be allowed to resume in England from March 29th. Wow. The plan to ease down lockdown requires 4 tests on vaccines, infection rates and new coronavirus variants to be met. Well, let's just hope the scientists do their part, and we've got to give the scientists a massive shout out and say thank you to them, because if not for them, this could not be realistically possible. So massive shout out to the scientists there. If you're watching or not, that's my channel. I would like to say thank you for your hard work, your efforts. It's all been appreciated by myself, and I hope others up and down the world, or up and down this country, should I say, appreciate the hard work that you're putting in and the hours that you're putting in as well, because it's only thanks to you guys that are giving Boris Johnson the correct advice at all times. And if not for you scientists, this nation will be on possibly a longer lockdown. So massive shout out to you guys, and massive thank you. Big up big up yourselves and respect, yeah? Give yourself a pat on the back from DLG Reppin. Right. Moving on to the next bit of news, and that's Leeds United. And this is concerning Bielsa. He has made it publicly clear that he could consider his future by the end of the season. I wonder why. Well, I'm going to read it here. Written in yellow writing as the head title. Bielsa could decide future before the end of the season. Leeds boss Marcelo Bielsa has indicated he is ready to sign a new contract, but would prefer to wait until the end of the season before deciding his future. Wow. Okay. He's indicated that he will sign on the dotted line, but he's going to wait until May. Leeds United fans, I know you've commented on my comment section before, and it won't, let's say, good reading from myself personally, but give us your reaction and your views and your opinions about Bielsa's statement and what's been said. I'd like to read it and have a conversation with you guys. Bielsa, oh yeah, before I continue reading, do keep sharing to your friends and your family all over the world. Smash the thumbs up like button. Leave your opinions and your views and your reaction in the comment section below, Leeds and football fans, and all football fans especially. Please help me to subscribe to my channel. That's myself and I only, DLG Reppin. DLG stands for Delhi London Guna. Otherwise, Reppin spelled Romeo Echo, Papa, Papa, Indigo, November. Thank you. Bielsa's current deal expires this summer, and owner Andrea Radrazani has made it clear he wants him to stay. Well, that's big. That's a big, massive positive feedback from the board member, Mr. Radzazi, if I've pronounced his name right. If the club needs an answer before the end of the season, I will respond before the end of the season, he said. I am not going to manage any other options until my job here at Leeds is done. Interesting words. So, does that sound promising to you, Leeds United fans, or is that a little concerning? Leave it in the comment section below. Right, moving on, and that's tonight's Premier League game. Brighton and Hove Albion v Crystal Palace. This is not a local derby, but it's classed as near to a local derby. The hatred goes back beyond 45, possibly 50 odd years ago. Alan Mullery is involved in this heavily, and for not the right reasons. So there's not a lot of positive feedback in this fixture. I'll tell you that now. I've worked it as a steward. After the game, we have to wait 30, 45 minutes until we can go home that day. It was horrible. The time schedule and the finishing time was horrible, but that's the situation with Leeds United. Beg your pardon, Leeds United supporters. That's that's the reality and the situation with Brighton and Crystal Palace. They just completely hate each other with a passion. But you would think Palace would hate Charlton or Millwall with a passion, being South London rivals. You'd think Brighton would hate Southampton or possibly Bournemouth or Portsmouth with a passion, being from the South Coast. There you go. What do I know? James McCarthy, who hasn't played this month because of a groin injury, will be given a fitness test. That could be a boost for you Palace fans. Wilfred Zaha remained out with a thigh problem, and manager Roy Hodgson is unsure when the forward will return. Well, He's out with a thigh injury, and this week, did he not, or did he come up with the statement that he's going to come out and put in a transfer request for the summer? Palace fans, have you got any answers to that? Leave it in the comment section below. Brighton fans, I'm going to get to you in a bit. Brighton's Tariq Lamptey, one of my favourite right backs going in the game right now. Anyway, I'm going to read it again. Brighton's Tariq Lamptey remains out with a similar issue, while Adam Webster's ankle injury will be assessed ahead of the game. Ali Raza Yahan Bakash, what a name, is back in training after a hamstring complaint and will be in the squad for the game. Well, it's good to know one of their key players is back in, and Ali Raza Yahan Bakash. That's how you pronounce his name. What a name. And Mr. Lamptey, Tariq Lamptey, who I highly rate, and that's an Arsenal fan. I'll tell you what, I'm praying Matt Ryan gets a permanent deal with us and puts in the word to Arteta to go and well, just to encourage Arteta to speak to the board about Lamptey and Yves Bissouma. Well, he obviously knows now that Yves Bissouma is very liked by Arteta. I want him to speak to Arteta and encourage him to speak to the board about bringing Lamptey into the club. As for me personally, I would love that. Anyways, that's my video done. Once again, I'll thank the ladies, to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls for listening, watching, tuning in, and obviously always putting up with me. It's a pleasure talking to you guys all over the world, and especially being a YouTuber and giving you my time. Otherwise, if I'm not back later on, I'll be back tomorrow afternoon with more footballing content. And what I say always is, smash the thumbs up like button, share the heck out of this channel, left, right and centre galore, to friends and relatives all over the world. Leave your views, your opinions and your reaction to what's been said by me. And remember, do please subscribe to DLG Reppin and smash that subscribe button left, right and centre, hard, passionately and abundantly, all over. Let's get more than 8 or 9 subscribers. At least 1 would be lovely. If I can get 2 or more than 2, that will be more than enough to put a big smile on my face. And let's keep this channel growing with the subscribers, the streams as well. I'm going to do that with you guys if you can help me subscribe. And that goes for, like I said earlier, spreading the words to your friends and your family. And plus, on top of that, I'll bring you the latest content, team news from your team playing another team, like I've just done with Crystal Palace, Brighton over Albion v Crystal Palace, and I'll be doing the same with other teams as well now. So that's my first time, so bear with me. And keeping the content real as possible. Otherwise, it's the business end. It's approaching the business end of the day. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys. If you're in bed already, getting up for an early shift, rest well and sleep well. Rest and sleep well. Otherwise, enjoy your evening. Be nice.